For millions of Americans relying on Social Security, every dollar matters. With inflation biting into retirement savings and living costs rising, many seniors are searching for real financial relief. If that's you, then listen up, because Congress has officially approved a new round of stimulus refund checks, and they're set to hit bank accounts as early as March 2025. This isn't speculation. This isn't just another rumor. It's a real, confirmed financial boost, and the details matter, because not everyone will qualify, and missing key deadlines could mean missing out entirely. So, who's getting this money? How much will you receive? And most importantly, what steps must you take to ensure you get every penny you're owed? With former President Donald Trump's influence still shaping financial policies, this latest round of checks has direct ties to his economic strategies. Whether you supported him or not, one thing is clear. This refund could be a game changer for retirees, disabled individuals, and those living on fixed incomes. But don't assume the IRS will automatically deposit this into your account. There are crucial requirements, and if you don't meet them, you could be left out. The truth is, government programs change fast. One moment, there's a proposal, the next, it's a law. And if you're not staying informed, you could lose money that's rightfully yours. But here's the good news. You don't have to dig through complicated government websites or wait hours on hold with Social Security offices. I've done the research for you. In this video, I'll break down the exact eligibility requirements, payment dates, and steps you need to take before March 2025. If you've ever been frustrated by the lack of clear answers about Social Security payments, this is the information you've been waiting for. So, stick around until the end, because missing even one detail could cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Let's get started. All right, let's get straight into it. You're probably wondering, how much money are we talking about? Who qualifies? And most importantly, how can you make sure this money actually ends up in your bank account? Because let's be real, when the government announces payments like this, there's always fine print, deadlines, and some hoops to jump through. But don't worry, I'll make sure you know exactly what to do so you don't miss out. So first things first, let's talk about what this stimulus refund check actually is. Unlike the pandemic-era stimulus payments, which were broad-based and aimed at almost everyone, this new round of checks is targeted. That means it's not just going out to every American, but instead, it's designed to support people who need financial relief the most, primarily seniors, Social Security recipients, and low-income individuals. That's why this is such a big deal for retirees who have been struggling with rising costs. Now, you might be asking, why now? Why is Congress approving this stimulus refund check in 2025? Well, a few things are happening here. Inflation over the last few years has left many seniors financially strained, despite cost of living adjustments in Social Security. And while prices on some things have stabilized, we all know that essentials like groceries, medications, and housing remain stubbornly expensive. Congress, and let's be honest, politicians in general, know that if they don't step in with some financial relief, it could lead to even bigger problems for millions of Americans who are just barely making ends meet. But the real reason this check is happening? Politics. With the 2024 election behind us and Trump's policies still holding influence, there's been a push to deliver on promises made to older Americans and those on fixed incomes. This isn't just about helping people financially, it's also about showing that leaders are taking action. And whether you support Trump or not, one thing is clear. This new stimulus refund check could be a major win for millions of Americans. Now, let's get to the part you really care about. Who qualifies, how much you can get, and what you need to do. As of now, the eligibility rules are being finalized, but from what I've gathered, the stimulus refund check will primarily be directed toward Social Security beneficiaries, including retirees, those on SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, and SSI, Supplemental Security Income, recipients. If you're already receiving benefits, there's a high chance you'll qualify, But that doesn't mean you can sit back and assume the money will just appear in your account. Here's why. Unlike the previous stimulus checks that were automatically sent based on tax returns, this one requires confirmation of eligibility. That means you need to ensure your records with the Social Security Administration and IRS are completely up to date. If your income, filing status, or personal information has changed recently, you might need to submit additional forms or verify your eligibility. And let me tell you, government agencies aren't exactly known for being fast, so you don't want to leave this until the last minute. Now, let's talk about the payment amounts. Based on the current discussions in Congress, the refund check amount is expected to range between $1,200 and $2,400 per eligible person. The exact amount will depend on your income level, whether you file taxes individually or jointly, and whether you receive other federal benefits. This isn't a blanket one-size-fits-all check. Some people will receive more, and some will receive less. But the good news is, this is a direct cash payment, not a loan, not a credit, just straight-up money in your pocket. So, how will these checks be sent? Just like with previous stimulus payments, the government will prioritize direct deposit for those who have their banking information on file with the IRS or Social Security Administration. If you received your previous Social Security payments via direct deposit, you're already in a good spot. However, if you changed bank accounts recently or are still receiving paper checks, you might experience delays. The IRS is urging recipients to update their information as soon as possible to avoid processing issues. And let's be real, whenever money like this is involved, scammers come out of the woodwork. If you get a call, text, or email asking for your Social Security number, banking details, or a processing fee to get your check, it's a scam. The government is not calling people to verify their payments, and you do not need to pay anything to receive this money. So, if anyone asks for personal information claiming to be from the IRS or SSA, hang up immediately. Now, what if you're worried about missing out? Maybe you didn't file taxes last year, or maybe you're not sure if your income qualifies. Here's what you need to do. Keep an eye on your mail. The IRS and Social Security Administration will be sending out official notices in the coming weeks, outlining what steps you need to take if action is required on your end. If you receive a letter, don't ignore it, read it carefully, and follow any instructions given. And let's talk about timing. The first wave of payments is set to begin in March 2025, but not everyone will receive their check at the same time. The payments will be rolled out in phases, just like with previous stimulus rounds. Those who have direct deposits set up and meet the eligibility criteria will likely receive their money first. If you're expecting a paper check, it could take a few extra weeks. So, the big question, what should you do right now to prepare? First, make sure your Social Security and IRS records are updated. If you haven't received direct deposit before, consider setting it up now. Second, stay informed. Government policies can change, and while this stimulus refund check is approved, there could still be adjustments in the final rollout. Third, be patient. These payments are coming, but as with anything involving the government, there may be hiccups along the way. Now, let's wrap this up. If you're on Social Security, SSDI, or SSI, you're likely in line to receive this stimulus refund check, but only if you stay on top of the process. This money isn't going to just appear out of nowhere. Make sure your records are updated, keep an eye out for official notices, and don't fall for scams. If you found this information helpful, share this video with friends or family members who also rely on Social Security, because the more people who know about this, the fewer people will miss out. And don't forget, it'll be keeping a close eye on any updates regarding these payments, so if anything changes, I'll let you know right away. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any critical news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.